Today, so many of you have come out here to play golf and have fun. But I hope you realize that as you have fun and talk about what you're doing here, you remember that you are helping to provide education for students in rural Sierra Leone. As the president of EduNations, I've been honored to serve these students from various communities in Sierra Leone here in our EduNations Senior Secondary School. And I'd like you to know that from the bottom of my heart, I thank you so much, and I've brought these students out that they too would express their gratitude to you.
Thank you for providing free education. We love you so much.
Thank you for providing books and uniform for us. We love you too.
Thank you for providing this wonderful school for us. We thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much for providing the salary for our teachers every month.
So good afternoon, each and every one of you. I just want to extend my gratitude to you by saying that thank you for providing us food, because like some of us, we are not eating 3 times a day in our homes. So I just want to thank you for that. You are helping me and my family for now, because they are not selling for me anything, but you guys are providing something for me that is very good. Thank you.
Thank you very much for building this big and wonderful church for us here. We are very grateful and thankful to you, sir.
This is one of the senior secondary school classes, senior secondary school 2 classes. I'm just going to see what's going on.
It is for parts of speech in English grammar. Is understood? Yesterday, we talked lengthy about word classes in English grammar, which is called what? Parts of speech. Is that understood? So, in our class yesterday, what did we say parts of speech are in English grammar? Yes?
Part of speech is the category
by word, right?
I'm in the EduNations Senior Secondary School Library, where we have the librarian, and you are...
I'm Aisatu Lumbuya.
Okay, Aisatu, can you tell us a little bit about the library here?
Okay, the library is divided into 2 partitions. We have the primary section and the secondary section. As you can see, the shelves can differentiate the partition.
And from time to time, the students come here for studying?
Yeah, most of the time we have the secondary school students coming around.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me go and see what the students are doing.
Thank you.
How are you? What are you studying? I'm studying the Bible. This is the Bible. What are you reading today? I'm reading the book of John 14. And what are you learning from John 14?
What I have learned and understand here, Jesus is trying to tell us here that he and his Father are one.
Jesus says he and his Father are one.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. I should just ask you, what are you planning to be in the future? You want to be a lawyer? So what are you reading right now? Economics. It's very good. What about you? Literature. And what is your career goal? A journalist. It's very nice to meet you. What are you learning today? Learning about living things. And what's your career goal?
Doctor.
You want to be a doctor? Yes, sir. Are you coming from Finton here?
Yes, sir.
boarding home school was intended to provide accommodation for students coming from the villages of Fintonia, Benikoro, Mapinda, Mayata, Mabom, and Rokassa here. Whenever these students write their basic education exams and complete their 9th grade, this facility was meant to be constructed and be used by them as dormitories. There are 2 phases of the construction project. This is phase 1. And phase 1 has 7 houses, and every house has 2 departments, if you like, or maybe 2 sections. Each section has 4 rooms, and the goal is to be able to house maybe the male student in phase 1 and then the female student in phase 2, which is not completed yet. But since we started last year, we have been able to house the students here, 127 that we ended the academic year with. And this year our goal is to have 133 students, making a total of 260 for SS1 and 2, which are like 10th and 11th grade. Next year in September, we will start the 12th grade, which is SS3, and prepare the students for the final examination, which is the West African Senior Secondary School examination. This is a very exciting place because the students from all the villages come to these buildings and they are separated, and they ballot and they choose their roommates and they choose their housemates, and all the families here are named after the board members of EduNations. Yes, we have a family here that students can come and be part of under the leadership of house parents and then parent assistants, students who are like residential assistants, but we call them parent assistants that help the house parents to look after the students. So again, thank you very much for the support you provide to EduNations, and it's a very exciting project. We're looking forward to having the complete number of students next year and beginning to prepare them for university education. On behalf of the staff and the students here, I'd like to thank you very much for everything you do for the least of these. Thank you. Well, I'm just doing it all because I'm putting together a video for the golf tournament that is coming up next week.
All right.
And you know, as the CHO, you are the head of this facility. Right. So can you tell us a little bit about the work you're doing here?
Yeah, really, to God be the glory for the team that I have here. We are complementing government's free healthcare, including we are talking about lactating, pregnant women under 5. We are giving free healthcare delivery. We are giving them free medical services. We are getting people from Akini and Kabbalah, Kambia, Puloko, and we are getting a lot of patients.
That speaks about the good work that you are doing
exactly.
here. And but tell me about the students, the EduNation students.
Oh, they are coming in numbers. They are getting good medical care services. And they are cooperating with our rules and our regulations and the manner of coming and what the rules that they are giving them. They are cooperating.
Well, thank you very much for the good work you are doing. Yes. We've told the parents that as they release the students to come to the senior secondary school, they have access to free medical services here. And I know you have been doing such a great work, so I'd like to thank you and the team very much for that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We are in the main sanctuary of the EPC Church here in Rokassa, and I have Pastor Thomas here with us. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, James. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. It's been a very exciting project with the construction of this church building. And I know you serve as the pastor of the EPC church, but we have the students here today, and that's mainly because of your role as the chaplain of the school. So my question to you today is, can you tell us a little bit about your work as the chaplain in the school?
Indeed, it's an exciting moment for all of us, even as for me, the pastor, because before this time, this has always been my prayer that we'll have a massive structure like this wherein we'll be having our church activities and as well accommodating the pupils you are seeing at the background. So it has been always my prayer that God will provide this massive structure. And of course, I'm so much grateful to God for our donors, whom God has touched to bless us with this massive structure in the funding of this, the building of this massive structure. So I'm grateful to God for that.
Thank you, Thomas. So as the chaplain, your responsibilities include providing counseling to the students and the staff from time to time.
Yeah.
But also you have chapel services. Can you tell us about the chapel services?
Yeah, of course, we usually have our chapel services on Wednesdays. Every Wednesdays, all of the pupils will converge before this time, the assembly or the pavilion, and then we'll have our chapel services. But with this massive structure, it will be able to accommodate all of us, and we will have a very good time worshiping our God together. And of course, it has been fruitful. The chapel services since last year, because we started having chapel services last year with the SSS and the JSSS. So it has been very fruitful. We have testimonies of so many pupils today among the pupils you are seeing at the background. And
some of the students, they are coming from villages like Benikoro and Fintonia and Mabom Station, Mapenda and Mayata. And some of them have had relationship with Christ, but because of the work with their parents, they are not able to make their faith public. But once they come here, you have the opportunity to receive them and to provide discipleship. So how exciting is that to you?
Very, very exciting, because just as you rightly said, most of them we are really facing persecution in some of the communities they are coming from. Thank God for my colleague pastors in the 6 other communities who have worked so hard with these pupils. And today, they are very much free in serving God in this community, especially under this massive structure all of us are under.
Let's say that one small.
Thank you